Hello gamers, how are you all doing today? My name is Epic and I'm here today with another video. And I decided for this video specifically that I would try voice over for this video specifically. Maybe not every video later down the line, but some videos in the future I may start using voice on. I just can't guarantee that. By the way, thanks for 200 subs. I really appreciate your support and I hope you guys stick around because more videos may be coming in the future. I can't guarantee when that will be because I don't have any established schedule yet, but more videos should be coming soon to the channel. And those of you that are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe as well if you like the content. More should be coming soon as I've said before. Also, I have a Discord server in case you didn't know that. If you want to join, the link will be in the description. I'm a lot more active there, so if you want to keep seeing activity from me or just want to talk, and even if you just need help with something Redstone related, feel free to join the server. Back to the point of this video, in regards to the thing behind me, over a year ago, I made a video about a fast and compact 4x4 vault door, and it's been doing very well in terms of views and comments. It's my most viewed video on my channel as of right now, and there's a lot of positive comments about the door. And the design still works to this day, no doubt about it. Some amount of time after that though, I did make a few tweaks to the design, and I thought I would make an updated video on it. So I'll start off by showing the changes that I made to the door and compared to my last video. Here in the top circuits, the thing I did differently in the old design was I had an observer which pointed into this piston, which gets triggered by this dust updating, and it triggers the piston to spit the block out here. I instead replaces the repeater as if the observer, since this is powering anyway, so it's just going directly into there. The repeater can also be set to any delay. I just set it to 2 ticks so that it's in sync with the rest of the door over here. And I completely rewired the bottom circuit compared to my last door. In the design I have right now on my channel, the design looked more like something like this, where this block and a block there. Like, it looked more something like this, where this dust triggers this note block, which triggers this observer, which powers this blocks. But I changed up the design instead to wire directly into the pistons and then update with note blocks. And it kind of gets rid of that extra delay between these pistons and these pistons. So now the door is more in sync, which in my opinion does look better for the door, and makes the door slightly faster because I'm removing the observer here. Not faster by that much, only 1 redstone tick, but still technically faster opening sequence without the observer there. That's mainly all the changes I did to the door design in terms of the last video that I have. If you've already seen that video and you're watching this now, feel free to change the design with the modifications I have done here. And if you're new to the channel and viewing this for the first time, I'll do a block by block tutorial here so you don't have to go back to that video and then do the changes I did here after you've built the entire door. Even if you've already seen that video, feel free to watch the tutorial as well if it makes it easier for you to understand. And if you're making this door in 1.11 or 1.12 for whatever reason, you decide not to update or you need those versions for whatever reason, there's a few slight modifications to the design you need because the mechanics are a little bit different in those versions. I put those in the end of the video, so keep that in mind if you're building in those versions. A little demo of the door opening and closing just before the tutorial starts. So to start off, you're going to clear out an area that is 10 blocks wide, 3 blocks deep, and 8 blocks tall. The floor level will be 2 blocks above the bottom of the door as indicated by the red glass. The materials required for this are in my hotbar. You'll have the materials required are 22 building blocks, 48 door blocks, 32 sticky pistons, 28 redstone dust, 6 repeaters, 6 observers, 6 note blocks, and 1 lever. If you're playing in 1.11 or 1.12, you'll have 2 pistons and 4 droppers instead of these 6 note blocks. You can also use those materials in 1.13 plus if you want, but I just like using the note blocks. The lever here is also just the method of input for the tutorial. Of course, the inputs can be whatever you want. Pressure plate, toggle flip-flop with a button, or whatever. I'm just using a lever for the tutorial. So to start building the door, you're going to go to one of the corners and then come in 3 and then up 7. the cyan glass marks all of these spots. This is where your preferred input will go. You can choose any one of the 4 corners. I just picked the bottom left one for the tutorial. And then build an I shape with your door blocks like this. Place down 2 temporary blocks to place in your sticky pistons facing downwards like this. You can place in your door blocks in front of the faces now. You can remove these. And then place 3 more building blocks in each one of the corners like this. And then pointing into each one of the sticky pistons, place in repeaters into all 4 of them. You can set them to whatever you want. I just like using 2 so that the rest of the door is in sync. And then place down some more door blocks like this. Connect them up with your dust. And that's the top circuit done. To finish the rest of one side of the door, you're going to start by placing an observer here pointing down. Then place a repeater on here pointing away from the door on 2. Then place a block here. 2 note blocks or droppers in these spots. Wire 3 across. 2 observers pointing away from the note blocks or droppers. Place 2 blocks in front of that. Then place a column of 4 sticky pistons on each of the sides, like this. Then place 2 sticky pistons back here and then 2 in front of that. Place your door blocks in front of all of these. Then diagonal to this piston down here, place a block. Then diagonal that, place a block and then another block next to it. Place dust on top. Then here, you would place a note block or a piston, and then place your sticky piston next to it pointing upward. Next, same thing here, place a block diagonal to this piston, like this. Diagonal to this, place another block and another block next to it. Then wire on top. Then a note block and sticky piston. And then you can place your door blocks on top of that. And that's the entire one side of the door done. Now you just mirror on the other side. So, observer, repeater on 2, block, note block, dust all the way across, observer, observer, block, block, 4 sticky pistons across the face, 2 sticky pistons back here, 2 in front, door blocks in front like this. Place a block diagonal to this piston, then place 2 blocks like this. Same on the other side, like this. Place down wire. And in this case, you don't need the note blocks here. You can just place down your 2 sticky pistons like this. Because these are getting updated by these pistons in the same time, so you don't really need it on this side. And then just place down your door blocks like this. And then that's the entire door done. Just like that. Also, if you're gonna connect some external inputs, you can do something like this. So wire 3 across and stuff, place dust like this. And then, as long as you don't directly power any of the neighboring blocks to power this dust, you should be fine. So something like this should be fine. You can connect this to wherever you want. You can also, if you want to, go up like this, if you don't mind the extra space on top, with a repeater there, and then connect this to wherever you want. So you can wire this to a pressure plate on the floor at the bottom. You can put buttons on the wall, connect it to a T flip-flop, whatever. This is just how you can connect some external inputs. Now, the tweaks you would do for 1.11 or 1.12, you would have droppers here instead of the note blocks, like this, on both the sides. Like this. And then this. And then here you'll have pistons instead, so something like this, and the door works the same. I usually wire the pistons differently so that you don't have to put an air gap here. What I usually do is I have this piston facing in like this, and then on the other side of the door, I face it in like this. These will get updated by this piston, this will get updated by this, so this will also save your air gap. So I split it into here so that you can keep the same dimension of the door, you don't need to place the air gap there. The door still works this way. You can like that. So if you're playing in 1.11 or 1.12, you just wire it like this. And that's about all I have for you today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. That's it from me. Goodbye, gamers.